The storm that night didn't just rattle the windows, it rattled something deep inside me. I had just come home from a brutal 14-hour shift, exhausted, half-drenched, and ready to collapse when the knock came. Soft at first. Then again, this time, edged with desperation. When I opened the door, Mara stood there. My best friend's sister. A tiny duffel bag hanging from her shoulder, rain dripping from her hair. And the expression of someone who had finally run out of strength. "Your lights were on," she whispered. Her voice trembled. Can I stay here tonight? Just tonight. I don't want to go back." Something in her cracked at the end of the sentence, like she had been fighting too hard. For too long, I stepped aside without a second thought. "You don't have to explain anything." Inside, she hovered near the hallway, shivering. I handed her a towel, dry clothes, and made her a cup of tea. For a long time, neither of us spoke. I didn't push. Some people open up when they're hurting. Others need silence to collect the pieces of themselves. It was around 1 a.m., while I was spreading a blanket on the couch, that she finally spoke. Is there space left in your bed?" Her voice was soft, careful, full of nervous uncertainty. I froze, not because of the question, but because of the fear behind it. The fear of being a burden. The fear of being unwelcome. The fear of being alone again. I turned toward her. "There's space," I said quietly. "Are you sure?" She nodded, eyes shining with tears she refused to let fall. "I don't want to sleep alone tonight." We lay on opposite sides at first, staring up at the ceiling in silence. Her breathing was uneven, shaky, the kind that belongs to someone who's been holding everything in for too long after several minutes. She whispered, "Do you think it's stupid that I ran away?" "No," I answered instantly. Her voice cracked again. I couldn't stay there anymore. The yelling, the pressure. Everything was crushing me. I just needed one night where I could breathe. And that's when it hit me, the realization. She didn't come to me because I was convenient. She came because she felt safe here. And that wasn't small. That was sacred. I shifted slightly toward her. If you ever feel like the world is too heavy, this place, this home, it'll always be open for you. She swallowed, her voice trembling. No one's ever said that to me. At some point, her fingers brushed against mine. Maybe by accident, maybe not. But when she didn't pull away, "I didn't either," she murmured. "You really thought I'd let you sleep on that couch alone?" I let out a small laugh. I was trying to be respectful. She moved closer, resting her head gently against my shoulder. "And I'm trying to tell you, I feel safe with you." That was it. The emotional blow I wasn't prepared for. Not romance. Not a confession. Just truth, raw and honest. Being needed not for what you can offer, but for who you are. Minutes slipped by in soft, comfortable silence. Then she asked the question that changed everything. "Is there space left in your bed tomorrow night too?" My heartbeat thudded, slow, certain, steady. "Tomorrow night," I repeated. She hesitated. "And maybe the night after. Maybe more." I didn't think. I didn't doubt. I just said what felt painfully, beautifully true. What if I said, "I want you to stay. Forever"? Her breath hitched. Then she whispered the words that melted every wall I'd built. "I think." I do sunrise. The morning everything became clear. When I woke, sunlight pooled across the room. She was still there, asleep beside me, her face soft. Peaceful, like she'd finally found a place to rest. And I realized something simple, something profound. Kindness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's opening a door at midnight when someone has nowhere else to go. Sometimes it's offering space in your home, in your heart, in your life. One small act of compassion. And suddenly, 2 lives change at once. She didn't stay because I asked. She stayed because, for the first time, she felt like she belonged. And honestly, isn't that what we all want? A place to breathe, a place to rest, a place to be loved softly, silently. Without conditions, sometimes one night of kindness becomes the beginning of everything.